The master builders claim Australia is falling well behind its plans to build 1.2 million homes by the end of the decade. Forecasts show there will be a gap of 36,000 homes every year until 2029, meaning the government will fall short of its target by almost 200,000 homes. This is all according to the AFR today. So joining us live, Chief Investment Officer at the Motley, Scott Phillips. So on this track, missed it by that much, Scott.
Every single year, Pete. Yeah, it's almost like the number was set without any sort of reference to reality, doesn't it? 1.2 million homes. I don't think anyone really seriously said it was possible at the time. And so what will happen is the government will say, well, it was just an aspirational target. At least we got closer than we would have otherwise and all these things. The problem is that we're going to fall 180,000 homes short, according to the master builders. Now, you might say, well, they're saying that because they want governments to do more things to help them get there. That's possible, by the way. The simple reality, though, is there's only so many builders, so much land being released, so many approvals being sought and given. You can't turn this thing on that quickly. It doesn't happen. Yesterday, we saw numbers come out for building permits where units were down 22% and detached houses were flat. The trend is simply going the wrong direction. We're not getting anything like the monthly numbers. The permits, the commencements and the completions to get us anywhere near that target. That 2029 is coming closer and closer, literally by the month. So it's one of those things. You can't make that back. I mean, look, is it possible? Yes, you could do something, I suppose. But the very simple reality is we're still forming households faster than we're completing dwellings. That maths is not going to go away just because you set a target.
Well, I mean, and then you're getting into the immigration debate, which is a hot one this week, as we know, Scott, with all those protests that are taking place. But look, this is one of those rare instances where you've got three forms of government that have got a say in this problem. And a case in point last week where the state government of New South Wales announced plans to build 10,000 units in Wallara, right? The well-to-do eastern suburbs area. Problem is the council's now come in and said, well, we're going to argue that because, you know, it's the whole NIMBY, not in my backyard thing. We don't have enough space for those 10,000 homes. So here you've got the federal government with a plan, a state government with a plan, a council with its own plan, and they're not all in the same box. No,
you're 100% right, mate. You've got three levels of government doing very, very different things. Again, even with the plan, as it's called, there's no real actions to do those things. So you've kind of got this really weird combination of a housing policy federally that's disconnected from things like approvals and immigration, as you mentioned. You've got the state who are saying, well, we're having these people arrive. We can't control who comes and where they come. The feds do that. So we're going to try and put them somewhere. And the council saying, nope, you're not putting them here. And that's exactly, to your very, very clear point, exactly what's going on. It doesn't work this way. You can't have those three levels of government heading in different directions. As I said, even at each level, there's dissonance between the different policies. But then across the levels, it makes it even worse. It is no surprise we are where we are with the issues that we've got. Until and unless you make those changes, until we're all on the same hymn sheet, until the policies join up rather than fight with each other, you're going to continue to have this sort of problem.
Yeah, not so much hymns in this debate. It's more heavy metal music, isn't it? These arguments, and no one's on the same page. That's for sure. Thank you, Scott. We'll chat to you again next week.